My name is Alenka and I'm a dance movement psychotherapist from Slovenia. These urban camps and inclusive workshops that are featured in this film are based in principles of dance movement psychotherapy. Our work is guided by activate, motivate, recreate approach. This is a dance movement psychotherapy based model of social emotional learning and experiential and transformational learning, which I created to support social emotional development, pro-social behavior, and overall mental health and well-being through embodied and creative experiences. Each session begins by activating the body through sensory and kinesthetic experiences, touch, movement, breath, rhythm. This awakens the senses, sharpens focus, and fosters connection to one's own body and the environment. From this foundation, emotional responses naturally arise. Movement becomes expressive, perception deepens.
Avtorki zjutraj hodimo na plesno-gibalne delavnice in se igramo, plešemo in se zabavamo. Včasih delamo vaje sami, v paru in skupino. Včasih se gibamo sami ali pa včasih z ruticami ali pa z blagom.
Through play, movement dialogue begin to unfold. Expression becomes more fluid, more connected.
The workshops take place in transitional spaces between you and me, between the individual and the group, between school and home, between isolation and connection, between silence and expression, between stillness and motion, between moving and being moved. Movement occurs at various levels, low, middle, and high, which supports developmental exploration and embodiment. Movement dialogue unfolds within personal space, interpersonal space, and common general space. These relational spaces open up across 3 dimensions: horizontal, vertical, and sagittal. Even breathing, our first movement pattern, occurs in these 3 dimensions. Through this process, we develop our inner bodily space, our personal kinesphere, relational space, and collective community space. We also use a lot of props: balls, scarves, sticks, puppets. And these props are not merely toys. They serve as transitional objects, bridging the child's inner world with the shared world of the group. The experience of shared embodied interpersonal space becomes the foundation for a healthy, inclusive community.
Ker je zabavno in ker so tu moji novi prijatelji. Na začetku, ko sem prišla, mi je bilo malo strah in potem več ni mi bilo strah.
Prve so bile bolj, da se spoznamo, da vemo, kako obnašanje vsak ima in kako srce vsak ima, a na koncu pa bi rekla, da smo se ful dobro poznali, pa smo se smejali, pa smo delali neke stvari. Da ne rabiš delati ono, kako učilca, recimo reče, ampak da se gibaš prosto, da imaš veliko prostora, da se gibaš, pa delaš neke nove gibe, pa samo svoj.
One of the most valuable things I've learned during these workshops is actually how to hold balance between structure and safety, and yet stay open and flexible enough to give kids, children, the space to co-create and be creative, to follow their impulses and be a part.
Attunement, mirroring, and movement dialogue create a safe relational space. These experiences awaken embodied communication and allow each child to find their own rhythm, form, and presence within the group. For many children, this is the only space where they can move freely, without being judged, but accepted. It is not a space for evaluation, it is a space for presence. A vital aspect of this process is the balance between guidance and improvisation, including the exchange of roles. Everyone gets the chance to lead, and everyone takes turns to follow. This playful exchange forms a core principle of communication and gradually evolves into shared dialogue and storytelling. Spontaneous movements and sometimes seemingly chaotic interactions begin to find shared rhythm. Shapes and forms start to emerge. Movement develops through distinctive qualities and gains meaning.
Všeč mi je bila ena rekvizit, ki tak delaš, potem pa Gregorija ali doli, potem mi smo z Loreno pa enimi drugimi puncami zelo fajn imeli, pa smo se smajali, kot da smo nenormalne.
I've learned how dance and improvisation can support communication. You know, children and youth self-organize organically as a group without words. It's not just leading every step. It is about creating a safe and nurturing space where creativity and expression can flourish.
Danes smo se delali, kot da smo ribe, smo plesali in se gibali na razne načine. Lepo je.
There are moments in this process where something profoundly beautiful happens. Something from the inner world is finding expression. It may be very subtle, a shared rhythm, gestures that meet each other, a flow that arises between each participant, or between all of us. In the activate, motivate, recreate approach, the dances you see emerge spontaneously. They are not choreographed or rehearsed, but arise as authentic moments of encounter. Throughout the process, there is a fluid transition between sensory kinesthetic, perceptual affective, and cognitive symbolic layers of experience, supporting integrative communication and the creation of meaningful moments. As participants move, they begin to shape forms in the space, sometimes through direct mirroring, other times through a deeper coordination of contrasting qualities. What emerges is not always symmetry, but a kind of living composition, an interplay of forms, rhythms, and dynamics that reflect both individuality and connection. This movement-based complementarity allows each person to express their own truth while remaining in relational contact. The space becomes a canvas for resonance, difference, and belonging. Participants begin to express feelings non-verbally through posture, tempo, shape, and intensity. Movement metaphors are born. A turn of the hand becomes a story. A strong stomp becomes a symbol of a feeling or a symbol of a decision. These moments open the door to symbolic play, imagination, and cognitive processing.
Na začetku je bilo strašno preveč meni.
Bilo mi je veselo, da sem to energijo, ki je bila preveč doli, da sem je dala gori.
Bi še večkrat imeli Delavnice. Da bi vsak dan imeli Delavnico, pa da bi imeli več rekvizit.
Mislim, da bi želela bolj več ljudi, da so, da lahko tudi spoznajo kaj.
Smo tiho, se tudi lahko razumemo z gibom.